Well, here we are. Map number 4 for LA Mortals. Top left in your lime green. Top right, you have Dallas Deranged in your red. It is 2-1 in favor of LA, but now we are on Eichenwalde. And on with me, as hopefully always, is Julik. Sir, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Hello, everyone. Julik here, casting again with the Spivtastic me. Thank you for bringing me along tonight. Much appreciated.
Absolutely, sir.
We're lucky to see so far a very entertaining match between the LA Mortals and the Dallas Deranged. So I'm excited about this map. And I'm gonna go over the defensive side. They have face mask with the Soldier 76 Classic Bug on the Senyata, Hebrew on the Zarya, Surfy on the main tank with the Reinhardt, Lilith on the Moira, and Danik on the Reaper.
Right now on attack for Dallas, we have the Ryan Zarya. We do have Todd coming in. Phoenix firing is taken down by Danik with the Reaper play, but he was being backed up as best he could from Todd on Zarya. We do have Lightseeker with the Orb Man himself, Zenyatta. Sayonara going to be healing on to Anna. Lightseeker does get taken out by Classic Bug, winning the Zenyatta battle. But Juno is going to be up in the air, and Quinn on your Genji is going to be trying to flank and do some damage. First attack attempt not going to be enough. Phoenix Flare was taken out after that charge. Again, he was backed up, but it's just so much damage and focus coming out from LA. He fell and was not able to help his team push forward. So now they're going to push again. Swinging back and forth. Quinn coming forward just a little bit. Danik doing a lot of damage onto the shield. And they just need to push W. They need to push W. Or they need to pick a side and go. If Face Mist does take out Juno, that's going to be another pushback. Dallas right now not at full strength. Lightseeker almost getting taken down as well. Quinn getting really low. Surfy was actually very low himself. Now the respawn timer is in favor of Dallas. So Juno will get back really quickly. He has gotten off of Pharah onto the Doomfist. Hebrew Hammer going to be able to take down the Phoenix Flare. So that's the main tank again. Back for Dallas. Dallas needs to regroup, have a plan, and push forward. Because right now they're kind of tiptoeing around. They don't have the poking power to be playing this this choke game. They need to possibly. Well, how about this, Julik? What do they need to do?
They need not a Juno. They need a Brigida.
Grab already coming out, gonna be countered by the fantastic Transcendence. That's gonna allow them to push forward. Surfy's getting it charged up from Phoenix. Sight's coming out, not good, finding some damage right now, taking behind the shield as best he can. A Shatter gets 3 members down from LA. Phoenix trying to come forward and finish him off. Todd does get Classic Bug. Juno gets Face Mist. Lilith can finish off Quinn, and more kills coming out in favor of Dallas after finish off Hebrew Hammer and Danik. Lilith does win a healing battle against Sayonara, but because he's in the background against Juno, but it's gonna be a cap in favor of Dallas.
And you know how I said that they need to deal with this Reaper and not have a Juno on Doomfist, but maybe get a Brig? I still believe that's the case. Phoenix came clutch with a massive Shatter, being able to create so much space and getting multiple picks on that Shatter. So very impressive by Phoenix here.
I love Shatters that are fat, and I love Shatters that are followed up on and able to get what they need. So they got the kills, they got the 3 members down, and they were able to clean them up before they stood up on their own. As they come around the second point, we do have some ult economy to look at. Sayonara does have a grab. Another Shatter gets shielded from Phoenix, but Lilith does finish him off. Well played, I think, to keep their team alive. Dank finish off Juno. Danik, not Dank. Juno does hit Surfy, and they're going to keep pushing around the corner. It is right now in favor of defending LA as Face Mist does finish off Quinn. They need to solidify this defense, and Dallas needs to run away as best they can. Face Mist getting Sayonara. It's another pick, and Dallas is going to have to back up and try again one more time. I think, from my point of view, as I'm not able to look so much as about what's going on, it doesn't seem like Dallas is committing. What would you think, Julik?
I think that they are unable to come up with a solution to Danik, the Reaper. You might not see him on fire, you might not see any flashy plays, but he is able to finish some heroes. He's able to poke and do a lot of damage on that Reinhardt shield especially. So they need to deal with Danik if they want to make any progress.
Meteor Strike coming out, trying to do some damage. Todd does finish off Danik. The Meteor Strike not able to finish anything off, but Juno was able to push the defending team back. Sleeping Surfy does get hit just a little bit. High Noon coming out, double kill onto Quinn and Juno. Lilith get a Coalescence kill on Phoenix, and Hebrew Hammer just killed Todd. And right now it's LA Mortals. Solid defense.
That was a great defensive hold there by LA Mortals. It did cost 3 ults, 2 support, and 1 from Face Mist, then McCree Deadeye. So they can be cheering, but that was 3 ults on the defensive side. While on the offensive side with Dallas, we have 4 ults online. Sayonara with the Ana boost, Lightseeker with Transcendence, Quinn on the Blade and Phoenix with the Shatter. Let's see how that plays out for the offensive side.
I do like the switch from Juno getting off the Doomfist onto a Widow, hopefully trying to pick the people off like Face Misk up on top behind, but it is going to be easy pickings for Surfy, who has just dropped down, doing a lot of damage. Grab coming out from LA, a counter Shatter does knock down Danik and Hebrew, and a Transcendence just to keep him alive. Die from Danik is not going to be enough to damage to kill through Lightseeker's Transcendence. Hebrew Hammer does get Quinn, and it's going to be Phoenix pushing forward. Danik falls down to Todd. A fantastic selection of fantastic ults that were countered and kind of followed up on properly, but it's going to be Dallas that was able to get those few extra meters right now. Charge from Phoenix up in the air. Hebrew Hammer does take down Sayonara and Lightseeker, both healers down on Dallas' side, thanks to a very high charge Zarya. Juno does get the pick on Lilith, and Surfy does finish off Phoenix, who had dived as far back as he could, but it is still a solid defense from LA Mortals.
I'm going to point out really quickly what's happening here with Dallas not being able to progress. Phoenix is a very aggressive Reinhardt, and he's pushing up by himself most of the time against Danik, a Reaper who's able to 1v1 him and is doing a lot of damage. Keep an eye out for that.
Absolutely. We got Danik and Surfy up here on the top of the thing. Danik does jump down and try and push against Phoenix, who's up in the air. Face Misk and Lilith being on top of the thing, trying possibly we might see a flanking ult from Face Misk. He does have High Noon. Coalescence coming out from LA. High Noon from Face Misk is going to be taken out by Juno before he finds anybody. However, Hebrew Hammer does take down Lightbreaker, and it is going to be Classic who keeps the rest of his team alive with the Transcendence to solidify another defense, because it's 2-3 more members of Dallas who fall down to LA.
LA once again a very impressive defensive hold. But this time, it cost him 4 ults. We had FaceMig, who swapped now, but used that Deadeye. Classic Bug on the Zenyatta used Transcendence. Hebrew used the Graviton, and Lilith did use the Moira ult.
Juno has swapped again off of the Widow, realizing that he was getting destroyed upon, has gone on to the Genji. Phoenix up against the point, keeping on overtime. Juno up on top, seeing Surfy, trying to poke damage onto the Winston. Another great shatter! 3 people from LA fall down and finished up by Dallas. 4 members go down. That's going to be Surfy taken down, and a charge just finished off Classic Bug. Thanks to that fantastic team kill, it doesn't look like LA is going to be able to stop him and get this point to give him one more point and more time to get to the end of the map.
Once again, Phoenix Flare bailing out his team with another impressive shatter to capitalize and capture that second point.
Absolutely, and we do have Quinn up pushed really far. Not going to get picked off of, but that's pretty ballsy being that close up, not with behind Ryan's shield, which is weird. Face Misk able to finish off Quinn finally. And right now they're pushing. They did get the point. They did get a minute and a half to try and get around inside the castle. Hebrew Hammer getting really low, going to be taken out by Juno. This shatter comes out from Phoenix. That's going to be 2 members down. Face Misk is on the ground as a Hanzo and is going to be helped cleaned up by Todd thanks to Juno's dash. Danik trying to do as best he can to survive and do some damage, but he's been taken out by Todd. Well done with a shatter follow-up, enough to disperse the team and get them in there, get some solid kills. They're going to have one more defense here for LA. A sleep stops the charge from Surfy. Hebrew Hammer able to get on the point to kind of stop and be in contested mode. Juno is going to be cleaning up with the Blade with Lilith and Classic falling down. Phoenix does take down Hebrew Hammer, and Phoenix player also taking down Danik. And another kill. Sayonara saying goodbye, saying sayonara to Face Misk, allowing Dallas to finally get that last point.
What an impressive play here, coming in big. Phoenix Flare, my friend, you bailed out your team twice, once in the first point, again on the second point, and the third point became a lot easier because it did cater to the style that Dallas seems to love. A very aggressive, very demanding push, just want to power through the point, and that's what on the third point allows. It's very close, and when you have such an aggressive Reinhardt like Phoenix and such a supportive Zarya like Todd, you're going to capitalize on that. And that's what they did. It took them, what, like a minute and change to capture this
It
third
took
point?
them 4 to 5 4 to 5 matchups and fights from the first point to the second point. But once they finally got past this choke of the bridge, it was just kind of smooth sailing, and they were able to get to that final point in front of the door and then get all the way to the throne room. So coming out, go ahead.
Yeah, and I wanted to point out really quickly that another issue that another big problem was that LA Mortals again used 4 ults at once. 2 of them were support ults. They had no counter to a shatter from a Reinhardt that they should have known has been making some really, really big shatters. So it's a little poor on the LA Mortal side that they weren't able to think ahead and try to predict that kind of behavior coming in from the main tank on the Dallas. Maybe there's some lack of communication on the LA Mortals because, again, they're using multiple ults at the same time. So I something
It could be
something's not right.
a combination of, again, as you said, not enough communication, or it could be that one ult was used to try and keep themselves alive, or it was either a panic ult. But still, very well done on both sides, because again, they only had 25 seconds left on that full cap for Eichenwalde, so it's nothing to snuff at. Dallas doing a fantastic job to get towards the end. Fantastic job from LA, holding that long and doing as best they can to not let them get to the final point. But only having 25 seconds left, that's peachy keen. That's great. This is still great Overwatch.
It is great. Also, I'm happy that Juno was able to kind of find the better suited DPS for this map and for his team. It not only shows that he's able to flex, going from a
Doomfist to a
Doomfist.
Widow to a Genji. He landed on the Genji, which allowed them to push forward.
Exactly. So he was able to flex, see what worked. In my opinion, it took them a little bit too long. If anything, you go straight to Genji if you're really comfortable with Genji and you know you can excel with that hero. But at the end of the day, he did swap, and it helped his team big time because you were able to notice the impact that he was making on a hero that he feels very comfortable on.
And guys, just so you know, we are paused because it looks like the Phoenix Flare himself has had a disconnection issue, so he'll be trying to reconnect as fast and as quickly and as awesomely as he can to solidify being here on this switch around, because I want to see some more fantastic Ryan play with him and Surfy back and forth. When you think of normal tank compositions, Julik, what is your favorite pairing and why?
If we want to go classic, I say we're gonna stick with the Reinhardt Zarya. But the modern, up-to-date meta, I would rather have a Reinhardt, a Diva, and a Zarya. So kind
So
of like
you'd
goats
like
in
to
a
see
way.
the three kind of goats thing, and those three specifically because they're still the Rhine Zarya, but you got the Diva who's able to dive and protect the Rhine as he's pushing forward with the defense matrix. So I like those picks.
Yes, and also, but not really goats because I like the one DPS like a Hanzo, for example. But the one reason why I always feel that you need a Diva is just because the verticality. She's able to contest the Widow if she's on the high ground, or she's able to, aside from using the DM defense matrix, she's able to get on that high ground that might be an issue for a Reinhardt Zarya. And if she is diving the Widow that's sniping everyone, she can have a bubble to help her get there safely. So those three tanks, in my opinion, are extremely compatible for my type of gameplay.
I'm surprised I didn't see as many verticality tanks like Diva, Winston, or even the new Wrecking Ball between points 1 and 2, because kind of controlling the high ground on the castle. Now, we did see LA having Winston play,
Yep.
but
That was
about it.
that was in my notes.
That was about it. I wanted to see more usage of kind of being in there, poking from the high ground, getting up there, pushing the defending team off. But I didn't see a lot of that, and I think that might have been part of what could have helped the push coming out from Dallas, as if but they do have that fantastic synchronicity between Ryan Zari, but I would like to have seen them maybe do a dive composition.
I had it written down here: Surfy on Winston ? And the reason why I wrote it down is because I don't know if it's a good thing a good call to make. By the way, we're about to start to have a Winston diving by himself with no follow up because Hebrew didn't change. When the other team had a Zarya, a Reinhardt, and a Brigida, you can't dive that. They're too invested into non-vertical movement that they're just gonna eat you up as soon as you land, and that's what they did. He was betting on landing and getting backed up by Danik on the Reaper, but I don't know if that quite worked out for them.
Well, on defense for Dallas, we are going to have Phoenix and Todd sticking on the Ryan Zarya. Lightseeker going to be on the Brigitte. Juno going to be going back to the Doomfist, hoping to work better this round. Sayonara going to be healing on the Ana still. And we have Quinn going to be damaging on the Junkrat hope on this choke.
On the offensive side here, we have Face Mist on the Doomfist, Classic Bug on the Brigitte, Hero on the Zarya, Surfy on the Reinhardt, Lilith on the Ana.
And Face Mist able to get the double kill as the Doomfist to help push them forward already on this first push onto the first point. Face Mist just barely missing Lightseeker on that one, but he does get another kill onto the Reinhardt. The name of this push right now is Face Mist, showing how a Doomfist works. It does look like Juno's going to be up in the air, just switching off onto a Pharah to help kind of deal with this. And it's just going to be Face Mist getting the kill on Sayonara and Quinn, and that's going to be a first point by LA Mortals. And then he finally falls to Juno.
I'm sitting here trying to comprehend how come the Doomfist strat worked for the LA Mortals on the offensive side, but not so much for Dallas. So I'm trying to see what's wrong with the comp.
He was able to, I saw Face Mist able to get that early pick on Quinn on the Junkrat, and that kind of helped it. Is once somebody is called to be killed, they know they have the advantage, and it's just kind of like the pull. A fantastic shatter from Phoenix, knocking 3 members down, swinging his hammer as best he can, helps to clean up LA's push and push him all the way back. Fantastic shatter again from Phoenix Flare.
I expected nothing less from Phoenix. He is stepping up big time, and that is what Dallas needs the most. The main tank just getting really, really impressive ult usage.
And then his team was able to help finish him off. He was able to get in there, swing his hammer, do-si-do, because there's 2 different kinds of shatters. There's the close shatter where he's already able to start swinging his hammer and hit 2 to 3 people. And then there's the long shatter that you hope your team's there to help you with.
Come and grab.
Grab from Hebro does get, it's going to be a Space Jam to get a double kill, triple kill after Phoenix pushes him in the face. Sayonara, Lightseeker, and Todd going down. And Phoenix, that's a quadruple kill from Face Mist thanks to the Space Jam.
Hey. So that I saw Hebrew just hit that ult percentage, and I was like, they're going to do it. I counted in my head. I gave you a call out as soon as I saw it. And what a massive play here by LA Mortals.
Juno being a little sneaky back here. Has his ult. Todd not going to have grab yet. Another fat shatter comes out from LA. 3-4 members of Dallas go down. Face Mist able to have Phoenix Flare. Juno in the back, not getting any picks quite yet. Hebrew Hammer finishing off Sayonara. Face Mist helping to clean up with thanks to the Hebrew Hammer and Classic Bug up in the face because everybody from Dallas is dead now except for Juno. Oh, if only he had if only Juno had been there, if Todd had had the grab ready, it could have worked. And it was a good flank. Not able to capitalize on it. And they just kept rolling forward. Face Mist again with the kill. Getting a meteor strike after getting the kill on Quinn. Hebrew Hammer getting Lightseeker. And they're pushing him forward pretty bad. Face Mist is knowing when to bounce back once he has the Anda grenade on him. That's a small little play that you don't notice very much. But when you're Doomfist doing all that work, it's good to know when to run away. Juno again hiding up in the high ground. Justice does take out Surfy, gets slept immediately. But he does get 1 kill and does not quite die. Here comes out the grab that Juno should have waited for because they didn't even go down. Danik, as you recall, he was able to use his personal shield. And right now Dallas is cleaning up. Danik, Lilith, and Hebrew Hammer do get taken down.
This is the moment for both teams, particularly LA Mortals, to just regroup, catch their breath, and be able to capitalize from Hebrew's incoming graviton. If they can do that with Danik on the bomb, on the pulse bomb, this is game over, and we're gonna go into overtime.
Yeah, there is the only thing they could possibly do is maybe have a rally enough to keep maybe one of the tanks alive with the extra armor thing to kind of stop that. Quinn gonna be getting fantastic Maywall, gets a Hebrew Hammer and Face Mist, but it's all the heals keep him alive. A grab coming up from LA. Surfy goes down to Quinn. Lilith does help finish off Phoenix Fire. Classic Bug does take down Quinn. That's 5v4 right now in favor of LA. Juno up in the air. Again, kind of hiding right now. They need to push forward. There's no shield on either side. They're pushing back. Heber Hammer getting Juno up in the air. They are pushing forward. It's Phoenix is the first Rhine back. Quinn just finished off Classic. And they have 3 minutes. Maybe they just need to back up. Face Mist has switched off of the Doomfist. High Noon does get Quinn and gets stunned, but shielded. Kept alive as well as he could, but Lightseeker does finish him off. So many ults used.
So many ults used, and we have both Reinhardts building their ult around the same percentage. So I am waiting for those shatters to come through. Surfy has to connect. He has to connect.
Right now we're gonna have 5 ults online for defending Dallas.
Todd, look at Todd. He's about to grab it
he's looking
any second now.
He's wondering when they're all here. He's looking for a grab. It's going to be comboed with either the Barrage or the Mei ult. By the way, will be a fantastic combo. Either one of those. Hopefully not both.
I'm going to give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Grab.
It was the delay. It was the delay. That's 4 members in against comboed with Juno finally able to doing the combo of the grab. Barrage does do a quintuple kill thanks to Todd finishing him off. But that is what we wanted to see 3 or 4 fights ago from point 1 to 2. But we finally got to see it. So a fantastic, solid defense. And the best part, Julik, they only use those 2 ults.
Incredible. By the way, my countdown was delayed because of the stream.
Absolutely, that's why. Yeah, the extra few seconds was because of the delay of the stream. Well timed, sir.
So unfortunately for LA Mortals, Surfy did use the shatter. No, not successful.
Now we do have a grab, a charge again. Phoenix being a shatter comes out after the charge, able to knock down 4 members down of LA, and they're just getting cleaned up right now. Another defense, and they only used the Ana boost and the Rhine. Oh, wow. Another fantastic hold, only using 2 ults.
At this point, Blizzard needs to have an icon that says Phoenix Shattered, because this guy knows exactly when to use it. But LA Mortals with 3 ults online, Genji Blade and Hebrew, Zarya, Graviton.
Yeah, I want to see that Ana. I want to see that Nana Blade. The Mei wall is already down.
2.
There's the dash in the air. There's the blade coming out. Basement's gonna get double kill right away. Juno does get Lilith, and there's another fantastic double shatter from both Rhines. They come. Somebody falls down. Todd does get Surfy, and right now Dallas is falling. Danik does get Phoenix. We got a dashing Genji from Face Mist up in the trying to push him back. Sayonara trying to keep alive. Is able to stay alive thanks to Lightseeker, but they're able to get back around this corner. 20 seconds left. No changes coming out right now from Dallas. Here comes out the rally. They're waiting for the rest of their team. A grab from LA. Nothing is going to happen, but Juno with a flanking barrage gets Lilith, Hebrew, and Sayonara to finish off Face Mist. Danik is Ana boosted, but is not able to do enough damage, and it's Surfy. He does get hit in the grab, and right now, LA's chances are falling. They're falling. Oh, another shatter helps solidify the fantastic defense from Dallas.
Wow.
Dallas able to hold again with 3 fantastic back-to-back fights. 2 ults, full hold. 2 ults, full hold. And then the craziness happens at the very end thanks to this guy, Phoenix Flare.
What else can we say about Phoenix? No words. Just look at the shatter.
Shatter in your face.
With 4 players able to clean up and just say, go back to your respawn.
And not just that. Notice that when he pushed, when he did that, he didn't do it alone. His team was right behind him. As soon as he shattered, the rest of his team was on top of them, versus the last several times where he'd charge in by himself and die. So it was finally their team getting with him and actually following up on his aggressiveness.
Yes.
Well played, Dallas.
It was overall, I feel like the entire team of Dallas made a completely 360 or 180 degree turn on this defensive side on Eichenwalde. Top massive support on Phoenix with the Zarya. Lightseeker with a crucial Brigitte ult when a Graviton will come in and the pulse bomb. You call that. Do you know? My God, you sneaky little fly just coming in from behind.
It worked this time. It hadn't
worked twice, right? twice.
It worked. It worked twice. He tried to do it from point 1 to point 2, wasn't able to help it, so they kept pushing forward. Tried to do it the second time. He was hiding up in a corner several times. He wanted it to work, and it finally did work.
Oh my goodness. Overall, I feel like everyone on the Dallas side did play their role correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Even Quinn, who was playing May, he did have a very crucial walls there, especially towards the very end of the match.
I want to point out one of those walls in particular. He was able to wall off Hebrew and Face Mist, but props to LA's healers. They went around the corner immediately and kept them up despite all the damage that was coming out. So fantastic May wall, but then fantastic heals to keep them alive. So nobody died thanks to some of those May walls, but well placed and well timed.
And I want to go back to LA here for a second. I don't know what happened on the last map. I feel like maybe they got a little too overconfident. Looking at the clock, the first attempt, they get to the third point extremely quickly, right? And
Yes.
they're like, "Okay, guys, let's listen to Julik and just calm down, catch our breath."
Listen to
lose
Julik.
that momentum. They lost it because after that they were outplayed by Phoenix and company, and unfortunately they were unable to get a nice little old combo well put together because they had a chance. The pulse bomb with Hebrew's graviton didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had another chance with the blade, and the blade came in earlier with Anna's nano, but only the blade, no graviton. I don't know what happened there. Maybe some miscommunication. But
could be out
overall,
of position, or that sometimes the grav from the Zarya to the grav he doesn't see the proper opportunity. And in that case, I want in my experience as a Zarya, when they see the blade, just grab at a corner, because usually people will, as soon as they hear Eugene no KO Ken, they will of course try and hide, because they'll get dashed, slashed, and killed. But if you do it, if you're able to see at least one person on a corner and you do that grab, it gives them a Genji even more easy targets, but still able to get the double kill, as if I remember on that one specific Ana blade.
Yeah, they managed to get 2 kills, and then they didn't use the graviton, and when they did use it, there was nothing to really follow that graviton with. I believe somebody was on Reaper, and Lilith nano that Reaper, but that Reaper was blocked by a May wall from Quinn. So
that was Danik. That was Danik on the Reaper, and he was deep within enemy territory. It's just he was getting well CC'd, well blocked off, so he wasn't able to capitalize on his positioning.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drink some water because my voice is shot.
You drink some water as we take this very short rest of the break. But again, it's tied 2-2. We called it. We knew it. It's going to Game 5.